If you want to learn Zap Sui LALO, this is the place for it. In today's video, we're going to see some replays from Stars where he, instead of suing the back end, suis the town hall, and the results are amazing. Stars is back on the channel. You simply have to watch these attacks, but have a look at this Zap Quake here. He makes sure with the Quake spell, he hits these two Builder Huts, because these are the two most likely Builder Huts to heal the Monolith. And if one Builder Hut even touches the Monolith, it will not go down with 6 Zaps and 1 Quake. Now, Stars is doing Zap Lalo, as we all know, but generally with Zap Lalo, you see log launcher suis from the back end of the base, particularly on box bases, but diamonds as well. Not today. Stars is going to show you the new best way to do Zap Lalo, and that involves suiing the town hall, whether you do it with your heroes or with the blimp, as you're going to see in the next attack. The best way to do Zap Lalo at the moment in Legends League, according to Stars, is to take down the town hall as soon as possible. No more laloing through it. And I think one of the reasons for this is when you lalo through the town hall, especially if you like Stars, you could do the attack 100 times and it won't necessarily go the same every single attack. Whereas if you lalo through like the back end of the base, even if there's like different spell towers, you're more likely to get a consistent attack than you would laloing through the town hall, because anything can happen inside the poison effect. Lalo's coming across. We've got the drill and our royal champion in the center. I can't see where the drill is. There it is. It should go to the scatter. The drill is so strong. So strong. I can't recommend it enough. If you're not... The drill's honestly at this point stronger than the Stone Slammer. Even, which is something to say, because Stone Slammer is an air unit. Makes more sense to bring it with this army. But look at this overkill. It's not even close. The Yetis have come out exactly where we need them to, and this base has gone down. Now, you'll notice this Defender Warrior. He actually did an attack in a recent videos where we showed Stars Legends League base for last season. So if you want to get the base link for Stars Legends League base when he finished #1 in the world, I'll link it above. Stars versus Synthé. What is Stars going to zap? Normally on this, you would zap something on the back end and then log launcher throughout. By the way, notice Stars hasn't started at the start of this attack. He's definitely thinking about where he wants to put this Zap Quake down. But he picks the multi and the expo by the town hall. Now, suing this town hall with the walls set up like they are would be extremely difficult. So what Stars gonna do? He's just gonna blimp, but Synthé is ready for that. The double Sam comes out and we've been baited. So I know I said in the last replay that, you know, he's gonna use the blimp to get the town hall. Well, he's gonna use the blimp to try and get the town hall. You see one of the shortcomings of it here. Bases are ready for it. So the blimp doesn't really get a whole lot until right now, because you're gonna see it actually activates a rage tower, doesn't activate the town hall, and pulls the CC. So we start with the king. This is really smart from Stars. What he's going to try and do is get the queen to go to the town hall. But for her to go in like that, all these buildings have to be down. So he started with the king and just waited. Just let the king set the funnel. Now the two heroes are together. And look at this. There's basically no way the king goes inside the base, which is perfect for us. We want the king to go outside and set a funnel. So he goes forward. It's getting close though. Thankfully, he steps to the left, and as long as he gets that gold storage down quickly, the queen will step to the right. Perfect timing there. And somehow, despite a horrific sui, or a horrific blimp, I should say, we are still in a pretty good position here. Giant to tank for the RC. Admittedly, the Giant only tanked for like 1 second because the Rage Scatter and Ground Bow wrecked it. We freeze because, yeah, we can't afford our RC to get wrecked that quickly. We pop the Queen ability. She'll get rid of that Rage Tower, so that's never going to shoot again. Unfortunately, she will go down. But watch this Lalo deployment. It is amazing. So Skeleton Spell in the core is going to get really good value. And then, look, we're doing like a soft Lalo from the left, just like a mini Lalo push. And the main Lalo is coming in from the top. And this is forcing the RC into the core of the base. We have to use the freeze spell, but have a look at our Royal Champion, right? He's invested a freeze spell on the Monolith here to keep our Royal Champion alive. Now, she's used her ability, and she's got that much health left. She's got no way of healing her way back, because I'm pretty sure the Unicorn's already gone down. But have a look at the value this freeze spell ends up getting. It's insane. Especially considering there is a ground bow and a rage tower on the base. But the Diggy stuns the scatter shot. The RC is still up with the Diggy. She's taking down the scatter at this point. So, like, it doesn't look like that freeze was worth it, because, I mean, the Monolith's not going to do a whole lot to the Lalo. But the Royal Champion nearly lives. She nearly lived there, which is crazy to think about. So really nice split-second decision there from Stars. I mean, I think he would have tripled it anyway, but that's not the point. It's all about making the right decisions all the time, and that's what Stars is all about. This is a diamond base here, and what would you zap? You've got a couple of seconds to think about it, because Stars is as well. So you've got a Rage Tower, and you can either get a multi or an Expo with it. And here Stars decides to go for the multi. It does mean he has 1 lightning spell left. Keep in mind you only need 5 lightning for a multi-inferno plus the quake spell. But have a look at this, right? This is a diamond base here. Another silo base where you generally use the log launcher through the back end. But bases with like the monolith on the back end, which will destroy your Sui before it even starts, is just not that good for log launching through. So Stars, and we did a recent video on this of his live attacks on the channel, now on diamond bases by default, seems to be more inclined to Sui the Town Hall. Now this is not going to be a clean Sui, this is going to be really difficult, but he will pull it off. Really nice baby director funnel on the bottom side. King's going to go in, and the King will get, I'm not sure if he gets the whole compartment, but he definitely gets a lot of it. Queen and 1 headhunter deal with the enemy King. We've got a couple of loons on the top side. He's just trying to make sure the Queen goes in as well. But the Queen's actually going to go a really awkward path here. So we use the freeze, because can't really afford the Queen ability to pop before the Town Hall. You need that Queen ability on the Town Hall, all that extra DPS. Queen's doing a good thing, and she will go for the Town Hall next. So, Sui was not clean at all, but it got the job done. And here we go, yet again with the drill. And the drill, the good thing about the drill is it's just not susceptible to traps. You could have sent the Stone Slammer there, right? And you could even send a balloon to look for Sams. But the balloon's going to die to the multi-inferno. And then the Sams can find the Stone Slammer anyway. Whereas, what spell is going to do anything to a battle drill? That's right, nothing. Really early Warden ability, but it was kind of needed. As soon as a Rage Tower goes off and there's a multi and scatter and airbow, you have to pop that Warden ability, unfortunately. Now comes the freeze. Our RC is still really healthy, and now we got the skeleton spell. And look at this, the monolith would have destroyed our Sui if it went through that area. It's not really going to destroy our Lalo that much. Our Lalo is just going to roll over the back end of the base. I'm pretty sure there's still a drill somewhere. I can hear it. Yep, that's it, in the core of the base. Just a really nice attack. Yet again, showing that Suiing the Town Hall with Zap Lalo is the way to go. Now, I'm not here to tell you it's going to work on every base. Zap Lalo is way too base specific for that. But I'm here to tell you that it might be the first option you start looking for in a base. Not just the backup option like it's been for probably a month. It might start becoming the first option. The drill still hasn't popped. It has like most of its HP. It's like 60% HP. The battle drill's insane. And so is Stars. Currently, I'm using Zap Titan in Legends League, and I'm going to pause this, because if I'm using Zap Titan, anytime you see like a monolith next to a Rage Tower, and particularly some sweepers as well, you're always looking at that and thinking, I have to zap that. Now, I don't know if I do that on this base, I don't necessarily know, but it always catches your eye. But Zap Lalo is not the same. Look, Stars comes in here, gets a multi-inferno and expo, isn't able to damage the RC, unfortunately. But just wanted to talk about that because the bases, the defenses in the core of the base are never that great to go for with zap value, with any army, really. You'd much rather get rid of, like, these ones here, and then you've got a much better funnel for your Sui, or even if it's Zap Titan, for the Zap Titans to go through the core of the base. So yeah, just kind of want to talk about that for a bit, in the sense that going through the core is not the end of the world. In fact, it's probably preferred. It's these outlying defenses that are the real problem for funnels. Now, you see this Tesla farm here, and this is what base builders are doing to stop these back-end log launcher Zap Lalo Suis. Because look at this. This Tesla farm doesn't pop during the zaps or anything, and the log launcher doesn't hit it. It appears at the last second, and our King isn't able to get the Eagle artillery down, which, honestly, Stars was probably hoping to get the sweeper down here with this Sui. The Queen unfortunately steps around the wall. Now, he's taking down the army camp on the left, and I think... No, I'm wrong. The Queen goes around as well. So, this looks like a really bad Sui. Now, it is nice to have dealt with the Tesla farm, so you can't really complain about that, but the Queen ability goes off. Actually, I don't know why he popped that. His Queen's got more than enough health. I'm going to assume that was a mistake. But yeah, just talking about how Suiing in from the back end is still really strong, but base builders are ready for it. Now, obviously, in this replay, he did not Sui the Town Hall, which has kind of been the theme of the video, but I really wanted to show you that Sui to show that Tesla Farm's being moved here as a genuine threat to this army. Lalo's coming around, we freeze the Town Hall, and the ground bow, for some reason. I don't know why we did that, probably should have froze the Rage Tower, but it's alright, we pop the Warden ability, get the Lava Hound in it. By the way, you'll notice we haven't really deployed our Royal Champion yet. Here she comes from the left side. We don't want to go through the Town Hall Poison. We want her to deal with the Scatter Shot here. Unfortunately, though, the CC was still up, so an Ice Golem does come out. Actually, 2 Ice Golems come out, and they hold her up. But thankfully, all the damage in the area went down. The Scattershot, Ground Bow, and the Monolith were all down, so the RC was pretty fine, and this is still somehow overkill. I don't know how he does this, Lalo. I couldn't have pulled that Lalo off myself, but yeah, just thought I'd show you this one. A, to talk about what to zap in Zap Lalo, and B, to show that, yes, it still is strong coming from the back end, but be ready for baits. Final attack of the video, what Stars got for us here, and yeah. I mean, that is a really hard zap to hit. You can see it on this side. He has somehow hit all 3 of these buildings. Ridiculous, but, you know, Stars has that precision. I personally couldn't pull off that zap and would be too scared to try, but in case you're wondering of the range of it, that one is possible. And basically, anytime you can get a Rage Tower, Expo, and Multi, it's insane value, and, you know, you definitely have a good chance of tripling from there. And even better for Stars here, there's a back-end Tesla farm, which means we're getting even more value here. It does mean our Sui might not get as much value, but look at this base, right? We're not expecting to get all the way into, like, the Monolith, right? But the Log Launch is going to open up to the core, so even with all this back-end damage, we're still going to get a lot of value. Yep, look at that. The Yetis go straight into the core. That Multi-Inferno will definitely go down. We're going to get a CC pull. So that Tesla farm was all for nothing, and even more so, our Sui's continuing, and the Queen will get the Scatter Shot here. Crazy Sui. I mean, this is... So you saw in the last one what happens when there's a good bait in terms of the Teslas. Didn't stop it being tripled, but, you know, that's Stars. In this attack, you're seeing what happens when, well, the base builder's not really setting up for the army at all. Pop the Queen ability. She's going to get rid of the enemy Queen as well. And this base is in a lot of trouble. Now, this base is a little different, though. Have a look at the sweepers. So generally on diamond bases, you see the sweepers face the back end to stop Super Archer blimps. But this defender doesn't really care. Now, if I was attacking this, I'd be tempted to Lalo from the back end. Quite risky, but I don't know. I don't want to Lalo into 2 sweepers. But look at what Stars does here. So you got this sweeper, which could be shooting at the town, but he's distracted that sweeper with these balloons and the Lava Hound really early on the left-hand side. And that's crucial, because if balloons get hit by 2 sweepers, there's not a whole lot they can do. But if it's just 1 sweeper, they can definitely manage that. We've already used our haste and the rage. And as long as we get enough balloons to this sweeper, yeah, we're going to take a bit of damage from the poison spell, but we've got our Royal Champion on the back end. We've still got the skeleton spell holding up the defensive RC. I mean, this is wrecked. This is beautifully done here from Stars. Still got a Lava Hound tanking somehow. And that right there is the video. So, first couple attacks shows you the benefit of suing the town hall, and in the end show you some more typical attacks that you see from Stars. And if you want to see more of him, we've got so much of him on the channel. I'll link some videos on the left, included him doing live attacks when he was #1 in the world.